Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Grip Kings Arm Wrestling channel. My name is Owen van Huis, and I am here with Gabriela Vasconcelos, my bad again. Today, I'm honored to have you here on the Grip Kings channel, so thank you so much for taking the time to join us. She's also known as the Iron Angel. She's a 34-time world champion and has been competing at the very top for quite a long time. At least 25 years in the sport, if I'm correct. It's a true privilege to have you. And yeah, welcome.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Like, I've been competing for 25 years and was lucky and strong enough to be able to climb the top pretty quickly and determined enough to keep myself there. So it's been a long and good journey. So far. Yeah.
Yeah, 25 years is quite a long time in comparison to me only joining for a year and a half. I got a long way to go to be anywhere near your level. My name is Owen. I'm 25 years old. Like I said, I'm based in the Netherlands. And I've been in the arm wrestling sport for about, I'd say, a year and a half. But like on table time, but around 2 years of just like general practicing. And my goal is to make arm wrestling a bigger sport in the Netherlands, obviously, but also across the world, inspiring new arm wrestlers to just join the sport, just try it out because it's such an amazing community and an awesome sport. So yeah, that's basically the idea of Grip Kings. We right now have about 27 arm wrestling members with one female member, which we would like to expand, of course. So yeah, that's a little bit about
I
me.
really like the name. So it was
Sorry?
I really like the name of it, like Greek Kings, which it really relates to the sport. So I think it was a great idea, and we are all very thankful to everyone who is willing to help the sport grow, and especially like newcomers with like new ideas and like fresh blood into it, because we've been here for a while, and sometimes it's just like I think we, like everything else in life, we get used to it. So we weren't like, for us that started a long time ago, it's already way ahead of what it was. But then like there's always so much more that can be done, and having new energy into it, it really is good for everyone. So yeah, it helps everyone. Thank you.
Good to know. Yeah, I recently got my first tattoo, so I tattooed the grip logo on my arm.
That's a big step.
So I was like, yeah, just basically it's like marked by passion and ambition. So that's basically the idea and the club name, the community. So I was like, everybody thought I was joking, but I actually really did put a tattoo on my arm.
Can't sour it off.
I can't remove it. No, I really can't. Okay, first question actually is about the Iron Angel. Like many people know you as the Iron Angel, but maybe not many people know what the story is behind that stage name. So I'm quite curious if you could elaborate on that.
Yeah, so that came from Neo Pickup. He's the like official nickname giver as armwrestlers. I once asked him like right when he started calling me like that, and he said that it comes from me being a very strong woman, which the iron part of it, and angel because like I have a really calm and somewhat sweet personality compared to like if you expect someone that strong to be very aggressive and very angry or something like that, but that doesn't relate to me at all. So I'm very like always calm and try to be nice to everyone. So I think that's what combined it, and I really at the time I remember saying like that was one of the few persons that could really see me the way I am. Like I have to be really kind of tough when I'm pulling, but that's probably the opposite of my real personality when I'm just being myself.
Mm.
So I think it does represent well. So that's basically it. Yeah.
All right. Well, good to know. I was really curious about where it came from. I mean, I could research it obviously, but I'd just like to hear it from you and share it
Yeah,
with the
I think
people
it's
on
just
the interwebs.
because I think when you have a nickname like that, it should represent like the athlete, and it can be only related to how he presents himself when he's pulling or when she or them are performing the sport, or even uh, like people has to know, like they have to kind of, oh yeah, that makes sense, that like when they think about the nickname. And
Yeah.
I think that as far as mine, if people had been following me for a while, they can see, they can kind of understand that that's basically because of my personality, kind of on and off the table. Not that, and even on the table when I'm pulling, I don't really like, I don't do uh, a lot of trash talking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't scream in the face. Like I try not to, or I
It's
don't
just you
usually
just
do.
show by example. You just show it like no trash talk. You just show people
Yeah,
what's up, and then that's it.
and like um, just respecting the. I mean, there's a lot of ways of respecting it. I believe I don't disregard any other kinds of athletes, but like I don't think they're ever gonna be like a wild horse version of Gabi if you compare me
Yeah,
with them.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
like there's
Yeah.
not my style at
Oh,
all. So I think
oh crap! No, no crap! Oh, we're back. We're back. We're back. What a quick pause.
yeah. So I think that's it. It shows my personality on and off the table, but
Yeah.
being super strong and kind of nice at the same time. So I guess that's it.
All right. Well, cool, 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 cool. My next question for you: how did you get into armor? This is actually sorry. This is actually a community question from my team by Mark. Mark was really interested in how you get into arm wrestling and how the arm wrestling community is in your country.
So Mark, thanks for asking that. I used to be a gymnast, and I trained in a club where they had all kinds of sports being practiced there. And this other girl who was a former arm wrestler, she said that she saw me walking around with my friends and that I looked strong. So she invited me over to have a test, like to see if I was going to be as good as she thought I would in arm wrestling.
Yeah.
And yeah, apparently I was, but I was 12 years old and I did not want it at all. I was like, I don't want it to, like, I kept thinking to myself that I really didn't want to do it. But then they were like, oh, you're going to be so good. You have to do it. Let's do it. I was like,
Just give it a try. Just give it a try.
I, I, I had in my mind 100% no, but I kind of got too shy. And I said, okay, yes. And then I was like, I regret it at the same time, but I just couldn't go back. And then, like 3 weeks after that, I was already competing at the state championship, and I won.
Like 3 weeks after, 3 weeks after, and you won at 12 years old.
Yeah, and I
Wow.
competed against like women, not junior classes, just like senior class, open class.
Oh, senior classes.
Yeah,
Jeez. So the difference between the Iron Angel Gabi and the gymnast Gabi is basically your you being shy. Like if you weren't shy, you just said no, I'm not gonna do that, and we
yeah,
would have
yeah. If I
never
were
seen
like
you on the
more
big stage.
confident of myself, I would have said no. What the like? This is not
Hell
even a
no.
sport. And the funny part was I told my father, and he was super excited. And he was like, "Yeah, you have to do it." And I was like, "No, we were supposed to say no." Like, he was
You were
super
supposed to
encouraged.
support my inner thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a
My
Ferdinand.
mom was not really up for it. She was like, "No, you're into gymnastics. That's not an even sport." And my dad, "No, let's just try, and like, it's gonna be fun, whatever." And then
Mm.
3 weeks after that, I won my first state championship, and I think 2 months after that, I got second at my first nationals, which I
In
lost to
Brazil,
my
right?
previous coach. Yeah,
But this was in Brazil, right?
yeah, yeah, all in Brazil.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Oh, in
back
Brazil.
then, Brazil had a
So just
better, yeah, and like
sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. For our image, how many people are competing at the nationals? Like,
um,
have you any idea how many?
around today, I think it's around 315,
Mm-hmm.
but it's been bigger. So when I first started, like I think our tournaments were bigger, and they were, at least for the women classes, they were at a higher level than we have today. We had more women, we had more, like we had bigger teams, and they had like their coach, so people would train like a real team. I feel like it. So I had my coach, and we had like all only women's team, and we had like over 15 girls there. So it was a big
50
team, just women,
or 15?
15, and
15. Okay.
with a coach that were there just to train us. Like he wasn't training himself.
I see.
And but now it's more like people train themselves. We don't have like a real coach, or unless it's a personal coach. Like I have my husband who trains me, but other than that, like he doesn't train any other people. He trains himself, and most people train themselves here,
Yeah.
which it's kind of common in our sport. But I think that when I started, I felt like it was more organized in that matter, and then I think Israel had a, like we used to travel to worlds with a bigger team, like 30, 40 athletes. Now it's just like a couple of them that go. Um, Whoever has money to pay for it, basically, not
Yeah.
even the best ones. Uh, so it's just like it's it's more. I don't know. I don't know if everything got more expensive, if everything got harder, but it was better. But we do have a lot of talent here, and it's a shame that people can't really afford to travel and show themselves so they can be seen by other people and have some light on them. But
I
I've
think
been
in due
invested,
time it will come.
yeah, I invested so much money and time into going to places where I could be seen, and I kind of was lucky enough that I could afford for it. But there are a lot of talent here that if they could, it would be good if they could do that, because no
I
one
see.
will see
Yeah.
me.
So just thank you for sharing. A quick side step here. This is also one of the ideas I'd like to follow through with Grip Kings. Is that eventually I want every single arm wrestler, if it's a guy or if it's a girl, to be dreaming about the big stage if they want to, if they have ambition, and not be limited by the location where they're at. So I want to
Yeah,
try eventually, if the business is big enough, I want to try to give everybody a chance, through maybe like some sort of application or sponsorships with products, just sending it their way so they can start training. This could be a table in like, um, a less developed area. This could be anything. just to spread the arm wrestling around the globe. That's like one of the ideas I would like to follow through. So yeah, and then these type of people get seen. Then these type of people get seen.
Exactly. Yeah.
If they don't have the money, we'll come to them.
Right. This part is so relatable. Like everyone, at least once in life, had been or will be in contact with some arm wrestling in
Of course.
any shape or form. But then, like, if they only knew that it is a very organized sport, we have great athletes, we have like this community, and then we have so much to grow from it. So it would be great, and I think there are probably going to be a ton of talent that we have no idea around the world. They just don't know yet.
100%. But I think in the next 10 years, this is going to be changing like massively. It's going to be, I think for me, I mean, looking back at the history a little bit, it's been growing. I've been looking at different events, and the scale on which arm wrestling has been happening in the last few years is completely different from a while ago. Like as in like globally, not necessarily like country specific.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think this is just going to grow. This is going to spread to all the corners of the earth.
Yeah, I think social media has a big part of it. Like,
yep.
I remember when I first started, like there was no source of content whatsoever. Like we had printed pictures.
Oh, shoot! I don't know why it keeps happening. Sorry, continue.
So yeah, I think we had printed pictures of tournaments and the memory of how it played. So now with recordings and social media is so fast, like it's happening and it's live, or it just happened and everyone can see already. So that's a source of information that we didn't have before. That really helps the growth of the sport, and then the like becoming more popular comes from it. Like so many people can see arm wrestling, even if they are not looking for it as a sport. We can share things that are funny or interesting or curious, so the general public can at least start to have a little bit of arm wrestling in their lives.
Yeah, just get into contact with it. I recently saw Ricard like meeting a person on the airplane saying, "Oh yeah, I just came from an arm wrestling event." It's like, isn't that Devin Larratt guy? And then he said, "We're going somewhere, people. We're going somewhere. It's finally happening. People are noticing." Yeah. So that I think that's great.
Yeah, I've once was crossing the border. Like I was getting admitted into the U.S. and the guy asked me like, "What are you here for?" I was like, "I'm coming to for an wrestling competition." He goes, "Huh? Do you know?" And then he started asking like Merrill's, Michael Todd, like the beard guy. I was like, Michael Todd. He goes, and then we just started talking about all of these personalities, like, and he was like, "Okay, welcome to the United States." Like, so
welcome.
He almost forgot about it. He was just like chatting about arm wrestlers, and then I think when he finally didn't know anyone else, he was like, "Oh yeah, come kick off."
But I think that's what it does to people. Like when they see the sport, they get into contact with it. Just like you just have to talk about it. You can't stop. You can't stop talking about it. Just continues. Like people sometimes have to stop me from, okay, that's enough, Owen. Like we're just gonna talk about something else instead of just arm wrestling. And all my friends, when I meet them and I give them a like the arm wrestling handshake, not the normal handshake, but the arm wrestling, they always try to beat me like, I got you, It's like I won from the Grip Kings guy, that type of stuff. So yeah, everybody's thinking about it. Anyway, okay, moving on to the match you had recently at East vs. West 19. Absolutely amazing performance. I was completely flabbergasted by your sheer power at the table. Yeah, show the hammer. Show the freaking hammer. There we go. All right, a little bit
Wait,
into you can barely see it in front of the face. The super match title. Oh no, not the super match winner. Sorry, super match winner at East versus West 19.
The back it says strongest arm.
The strongest arm on earth. Yeah, that's so cool.
It's
Philip
super
said
heavy.
it's crazy heavy. Yeah.
I had to check another bag because of this.
But isn't it the best trophy you've had ever?
It's super cool, yeah. Yeah. I think
don't put it on eBay.
So fun because when you take places, people are so excited about it. They want to carry and they want to I don't know, hammer things, and it's like they all amazed on on how happy this is, and it is pretty cool. Yeah, it's very motivational. One.
Brian did an amazing job. Job making the trophy. So congratulations on your win over Jocelyn. During the match, we saw you smiling a little bit just when you first gripped up, and I could see it in your eyes, like, oh, I got this match in the pocket. That's what I was thinking, but I want to know it from you. Like, what was going through your mind at that moment when you're like, oh yeah, what was going through your mind?
That was basically it.
That was basically oh, I got this.
Yeah, I was very surprised on her confidence, and I mean, as for me, I'd say I'm only really confident when I know I can back it up, right? So I really thought that she had. I mean, she must have felt really strong, or she knew that she had something, or she wouldn't at least be that confident when she talked about the match. So that was kind of getting in my mind. I was like, I don't know, maybe she's super strong, and I'm going for a very hard match. But then, well, first of all, I've trained as much as I could, as I would with anyone else. So even out of respect for her, for a match, for the event, I wouldn't show up less than I could. Like, I trained as much as I could, right? So I felt really, really strong that day. Like, it's been almost or over 2 years that I haven't pulled with no pain, and that day I had no pain. Like, so it felt good. I felt like she could go in any position, that I wouldn't feel like hold back to apply the techniques, or trying to get out of the thing and trying to do something crazy. I don't know. So I felt like she could go anywhere. I have my arm. I have my arm 100% here to defend myself or to attack. And whatever needed to be done, I felt that I could. Even if I lost, it wouldn't be because I was trying to get out of that position because it hurts or something like that.
Yeah.
So that made my mind really easy. Like, I just felt really calm and secure of what I was doing. And like I said, when I first gripped up with her, like, she was really fighting for the position. But when I just locked myself in and hold it, I felt that, like I have said, that wouldn't be that day that she would beat me. So I knew right then that I had it. So,
you had it in the pocket.
Yeah.
It's because in whilst I was doing research, I could because after this I want to go into your next match with Barbora, if I'm pronouncing her name correctly. I could see in previous matches that you had some pain. I could see on like your emotion on your face, whilst I think it was your husband. He was helping the blood flow. I could see like twitching in your face, like little jolts of pain. But you're telling me now that you're completely free of pain during
yeah,
arm wrestling
my right
matches.
arm completely free of pain. I've been treating it for over 2 years, like I said, um, and it's the first time that I feel that I have no pain. So it's very, very like freedom. Like I feel like I can do whatever. Like I could.
It's relieving. It's relieving.
Yeah, yeah.
Relieving that you don't have any pain.
It really holds you back, both physically, but a lot of mentally. Like you don't want to go into that position that you know it's gonna hurt. So it 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 yeah, it holds you back a lot. So now I feel really good with my arm, and I'm really I really thought that like after my last match with Barbora, that would take a lot of time for me to feel ready to take on her again, right arm. But now I feel that it's gonna be sooner than I expected. Like for me to even ask for that match and say, I think now I'm ready and I won't have anything to worry about. And I could even lose again, but it won't be because I didn't train because of pain or something like that. It's always in my mind. Like, so now I'm very, very confident that my right arm can beat her one day. I don't know.
I see. Yeah, well, glad to hear that you're pain free, at least for like in the right arm. That makes me only more curious about the upcoming match. According to my research, you've faced Bobora twice, like officially, at East vs West 6 and King of the Table 13. Are there any other places you've faced her, or is it just that two, right?
Those two, right? Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And these both times you started out with two pins, and we all thought. I mean, whilst looking back, because some of the footage I didn't even see before, so because I wasn't around in the sport at that time. But I was like, oh my god, this is going great! Like she's doing amazing. and then this, like right after, I see like maybe it's fatigue. I don't know what it was, but Barbora just locks in and she just comes back and gets the win. And I was like, oh, how are you going to change it this time? I mean, now you're pain free, and I know you don't want to give too much away of your plan, but are we going to see like something different?
Okay, so first off, I'll pull her left now.
Are you pulling? Oh, you're pulling left.
Yeah,
left side.
Okay,
sorry.
I pulled her both times right-handed, and I think, well, it's not an excuse. It's just what it is. So, and like I said, it might not even change the outcome, the final result of the match, but because I've been dealing with a lot of pain and trading, I always could train like so much before it was like unbearable. So because of that, I let's say table time. I train a lot. I pull with a few guys, and then it's just too painful, and then I have to rest a lot before I go back to the table. So training like that gave me strength, but never gave me any endurance because I've always taken a lot of rests before I pulled again. So those 90 seconds that we have in between rounds, they feel like 10 seconds. It's just like it goes by so fast, and it's a lot of strength that I have to use against her. Like it's all I have, and based on like her size, her arm leverage, and all that, it's already a struggle at the grip. So I basically give all I have even before the match starts. And then it's not enough time to rest if you're not training properly for that. So it is a mistake I have on my preparation for her, but was because I wasn't able, like I didn't have enough health in my arms to train properly. And that's how I managed to train for her both times. And if I were to pull her again right arm, I would definitely be able to perform better. And I think also at the last match, when I lost the third round, it was very hard mentally for me because I felt that I remember asking myself, it's gonna be all over again. Like it's like a replay from the first lap or the first match. So I think I kind of lost myself there, my self confidence of kind of repeating what happened before. So I don't know. I'm just guessing now because at the time I remember asking like that again. Like I remember saying that to myself, like not again. Like, and it was not even over. It was just the third round, but it's my arm couldn't respond. Like it got really, really, really fucked up. It was super hard and swollen, and then I basically didn't have any hand strength. I had just my arm, and it, anyways, still could hold her, and I felt like everyone at that moment were thinking that I didn't have a small chance. Like I felt it. Like I felt from everyone. It was so weird that day because everyone I talked to, they were like, because it'd been like a year since I pulled her the first time to the second, and she kept on pulling, practicing and pulling guys and being super strong, and she's super young, so she's like just going up. There's no doubt about it. And I didn't show up at all, and so people were like, there's no way she can get the two things again because Barbora is getting super strong and Gabi is just not doing anything. I don't know why they thought that. I never stopped training. So when I got the two pins, like now I get the like people say to me, "Oh, I didn't think you were gonna get anything." So they were all surprised that I even got the 2 rounds because of how strong Barbora is. But I think I'm stronger. I'm just not really good to pulling her 7 rounds.
Fair enough. Her arm length is massive. I could see the struggle in the setup, just trying to get anything in there before the rest has to go.
And it's like short arms, and yeah, and it's hard. It is hard against her. Like it's not even her hand's not even like super, I don't know, uncomfortable. It's just like too big. It's too tall, and it's just doesn't give me
any grip around it, like
even before the match starts. So it does tire myself. But
so this time you're, like you said, because I couldn't really see that was a right-handed or a left-handed match online, because sometimes I find that East versus West doesn't really display too well at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh, well, then my bad.
Yeah.
So how strong is your left hand in comparison to your right? Like, is there like a super massive difference?
No, not super massive difference. There is a difference in, let's say, technique. I don't pull the same way, and I definitely have kind of less options in my left, but it's pretty strong. So it's, if I get a little bit of position, it's hard to come back to open my arms and all that. So I'm kind of less explosive and more of continuous strength. So I don't know. It's different, but it's strong as well. Like every time I won a world championship, I won both arms.
Okay, so, well, that says something.
Yeah, and I really like pulling on straps at left. So both arms.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be interesting because I think she's less strong left, and maybe I don't know, maybe get a little bit of that in my favor because I'm pretty even in my arms.
Yeah. So I think at least for both sides doesn't really matter. The notes that I made were a couple options in my opinion. I think you could like win this match against her. It's either like strengthening the wrist and the fingers to just completely being able to like contain her power, or like a little bit more like maybe shoulder movement to lock in the shoulder a bit more instead of like maybe the fingers like how could I explain? I think it was like driving the shoulder maybe a little. Yeah, I don't remember what I wrote down. My bad. Okay, so I'll just move on to the other part that I noted down, because what we could see last time is instead of like moving from the center, we move more towards the bicep, like losing a little bit of the wrist, if I'm correct, and moving more towards the bicep fight, right? In the last matches. So I think that there's like momentum to be gained in the wrist and fingers, and being instead of pushing on the bicep to contain it more within the shoulder. I think that's where you could gain some more control against Bobora's destructive power.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, and it's because, like I said, using a lot of your fingers and wrist, that was the thing that really hurt my elbow inside. So sometimes I didn't, because I didn't train that much into my pain. I didn't really have the strength to do that. But I agree with you. I should. If I'd done that, I probably would have better position to win the match. But yeah.
You already kind of discussed that you're like right now maybe working more on, because you can, working on the endurance aspect of it, and I think that will definitely favor you in that third round, because the way I'm looking at it, I think we're going to get the same result, the 2 pins first, and then it's going to be a decisive third round for you. But yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to happen. So I'll gladly be tuning in like during the Switzerland match. Okay, because of the time, I don't want to take too much time of your day. I'm going to move on to like some questions for training and lifestyle, and also like a role model for the sport, and then some closing questions. So fans love to know what champions actually do in training. What are your go-to exercises for arm wrestling? If you had to name 5 key ones, what are the maybe there are more, maybe there are less? Could you elaborate?
Okay, so rope climbing for sure.
Rock climbing?
Rope
climbing. Okay, yeah. So is it like completely cupped? Like this, or?
Yeah, like this, or like that. We'll try to.
I see. Like yeah.
Reverse grip. Pull-ups.
Close grip, wide grip. All kinds.
All kinds, yeah. All different grips as well, like
fat grips, small grips,
or straight or flat or whatever.
Straight.
And then I'll do a lot of wrist range exercises.
I see.
So for wrist, for pulling, either like if you want to top roll it, or if you want to go on you put the pulley lower and try on a hook position. And some risers. Rising and I do it the belt and the, how do you call it?
Elastic. Is it elastic bands? or
No. I don't ever do elastic. I don't like it.
you
Just
don't have like 20 gazillion elastic bands just like Devin has in his living room?
No, I don't like it. How I feel. I don't know how it feels in my arm, but I do think they are effective, and I do feel like they're good exercise. It just don't work for me. And that's important to know. Like, not everything will work for everyone. So you can try to copy everything someone you really look up to do, but you have to find your own recipe of what works in your favor. And yeah, so I do rising exercises, pronation. Yeah,
pronation. Okay, pronation. So you don't really train supination, not really.
Not much, no.
Not much. Okay.
And then, like, obviously, before all that, you have to have table time.
Yeah, that's key. So, that's number one.
Yeah, that's number one for sure. Yeah, that's basically what I do. Not much more than that.
Not more than that.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
So supination, wrist range, pull-ups, rope climb, and table time.
Right. So that's the, I think that's 5, right? We got 5. Yeah. All right. Good. 5 ways to beat any opponent. The Gabi Edition. All right. So do you train the same year round? Like, I mean, you already kind of mentioned it before. You trained exactly the same for Jocelyn as you're going to do, at least with the same intent.
Yeah. So there's a difference. I don't change like the exercises that I do. What I change is the intensity and how many times a week I do table time. I do change that when I'm coming to a match. So I usually train once a week, and if I'm preparing for a match, I do at least 2. It can be 3 if my arms can hold up to it, because it, like, my recovery from table time is always longer than practice at the gym.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I try to do at least twice. So one's very hard with many people, and one at least just more of endurance, like static holds against someone, and or very technical on the ready goes, the game plan, like what is the movement I have to really have it automatic in my mind. So one, it's very like just table practice with everyone and try to do everything you can. And the other one is more technical in terms of either I have to get more endurance, that's what I've been trying to do, or to memorize or to get in my mind a movement that I need to for a match.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. Clears up a lot. I think that's that's good to know, even for me, because I was interested in how many times people train, because for me it's the same. Arm wrestling, like table time, sometimes the recovery rate is quite long. So I'm surprised that sometimes you do it even 3 times, but it makes more sense that the one training during the week is a little bit harder and the other is more focused on ready goes, less volume and more technical side. So that's sketches a nice painting. Then I'm also curious about supplements. Do you use any supplements like creatine, or what's like your go-to routine for?
Yeah, I don't take a lot of supplements. I do take pre-workouts with methionine and creatine for my heavy legal practice at the week, and basically it. Other than that, just vitamins like multivitamins,
vitamin D, vitamin C, multivitamins.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Short list.
Or like joint support vitamins as well.
Oh yeah, I take those. Oh, they're so good. They help me so much. The joint. Every time a new arm wrestler comes into the club and they're like asking, like, is this pain like right here? Is that normal? Does that go away? As I'm nobody. It's here to stay. It's here to stay.
What's worse?
If you're gonna complain about it now, you might as well quit because it's gonna stay. But some people experience it less than others, and I found out that some supplements, for me, it's glucosamine, chondroitin, and MSM. I use those, and oh my god, they're perfect. I just use them every
I
day.
use those as well.
You use that as well?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, best recommendation ever. If you have joint pain anywhere, just use that. And fish oil, pure fish oil also works because it breaks down omega 6 in your body, like getting in the omega 3. So I think that's. Do you use any fish oil?
Yeah.
Like
also, like I do like fish oil, glucosamine, chondroitin, MSM, boswellia, and yeah, those.
All right.
D3
right.
And multivitamin, just all of
and multivitamin. So eventually, once I've interviewed all the great arm wrestlers in the world, I'm gonna make a big list, and that's the key to fame, to becoming the best arm wrestler. So this is a secret mission for me to just gather all the data, and then eventually being able to beat everyone. Yeah. Of course. This is the sauce. This is the sauce. You know, I mean, making notes from the best. This is I mean. Who else is going to teach me? So okay, so sorry.
Once you have it, no one will ever beat you.
No, I'll become better than everyone. But that's not my goal. That's not my goal though. But I do have to the power to teach everyone. That's what I like. Just working with new people, teaching everyone. That's what makes it fun, and also getting some renown and yeah. But that's a different side. So continuing on to the last category of questions. This kind of overlaps a little bit. In your opinion, what's the best way to start arm wrestling, and what are the most important things for a beginner to do? Okay. Might be a difficult, long question.
Yeah, it is. But I think most important thing, first of all, is learn how not to get hurt, right? And like understand that whatever you've done in the gym is not gonna help. So it's like it's a whole new thing, and you have to start from zero and start building like your tendon strength and doing a lot of specific exercises of muscles that you don't really use on a daily basis, and it doesn't matter how much you curl before, it's not going to be the same bicep curl. Right? So I think it's just having that mentality that it's really from the zero, and that it's going to hurt, and find someone really patient and with like willing to teach instead of like just beating you. Like you're not gonna be you're not gonna learn a lot if you're just like being hammered at the gym. Like you have to have someone that's willing to teach both winning and losing positions and how to get the best version out of you, and understand that all these people that we see winning, they've been doing this for a long time. And if not, they are exception. Like it's not going to be an easy road. You're not going to for a couple of years and be mad that you don't get called by East versus West, right? So you have to understand that it's a journey, and whoever is up there has been doing this
a long time.
Yeah.
All right. Great advice from you. I'll definitely implement it and make it into a cool short. Also, what I'll do is I'll tag you as a creator, because I'll make it like a long frame and like a long form video, and I'll make shorts out of it. I'm gonna try to. I have to check if it works to make it into Portuguese subtitles as well. but I'll have to check if it works. So I'll
Okay.
just tag you in both. Okay, important questions. So for women who are curious about arm wrestling but maybe feel held back because they're surrounded by many guys in the group, what advice would you give them to start?
Honestly, the advice that I would give is based on what I have, that there's no girls, go with the guys. I mean, um, again, you have to find someone or a few guys that are willing to help you, not just crush you at the table, right? So I don't have any girls to train with, and I train with the guys. So if you really want, that's not should be a problem for you. It should just make you feel motivated that if you're training with a guy and if giving them trouble, it's gonna be easier when you finally pull a girl. That's what I think. Like sometimes I'm so stressful and so frustrated that I can't beat the guys, but then they're like, we really hope there's not really a bunch of girls that have their R strength. So if you're giving us trouble, it's gonna be a good thing for you when you pull the girls. So
So
yeah,
it's only a good thing. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's really hard, and it's gonna be much harder. But then when you pull a girl at a tournament, you're gonna feel more confident. Or you're not. It's gonna be easier than what you experience at practice. So it should be a good thing. It should only help you improve yourself, get better. And I mean, there's so many more guys into it anyway. Why, like, if we're gonna be waiting for other girls for us to be motivated to start, they're gonna be waiting for a while. So I think you just have to get past that.
It's just gonna slowly grow, and just accept the fact that there's more guys in the arm wrestling community than there's females, and just don't be shy, and just try it, and let's see where it goes. Basically.
And then like if someone takes the courage to start, others can come, right? And if everyone is just held back waiting for the other one to give the first step, no one was moving. So
yeah, exactly.
Take
the first step.
Be the motivation that the other girls need.
Be the. That's a nice quote. That's a nice quote. Be the motivation. Okay, maybe say it once more. Say it once more. Be the motivation.
I don't know. I said be the motivation that the other girls need. I don't something like that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a great quote. That's a great quote. Be the motivation that other girls need.
Yeah. Be the either it's called they're a safe spot. Like they're gonna go to the practice knowing that you're there, so they're gonna be confident that there's at least another girl there, and you're gonna beat that person.
Yeah, there's gonna be more eager to come to stop by. I see. Yeah. All right. So some women might wonder, how do I fit this sport into my daily life, maybe with work or even family responsibilities? From your own experience, what would you say to those? I
think
to those women.
Yeah. So like I said, I have one table practice that is longer, so I do them on Saturdays with my teammates. And the other trainings that I do during the week, they are pretty like short. Like I can do in less than an hour at the gym. So
like 45 minutes.
Yeah. So it's like I usually take a lot of rest, so I do like 1.5 hours. But I could do it last time if I wanted, and it's just like it's just like you feed any other like if gym routines. If you go to the gym like for 45 minutes, like take how much time you have and
just use it.
Incorporate the training that you can into that time. It's more it's easier to do like that than just get this whole program and try to do it just like what are the key exercises that I need, divide them into how many days a week you have available, and try to fit them into that half hour that you have available. It's better to do that than just don't start ever because it takes 2 hours to do everything, right? So
Exactly.
I just have half hour every day. Okay, I'll do half hour every day, a little bit of everything. I'll divide my training, and then that's it. And then if I have the time on the weekends, I'll squeeze in a table practice, which I think it should be the longer one, because that's when you learn the most, training with different people. And then if you have like an hour and a half, 2 hours, that's fine. Or I only have 1 hour, that's fine as well. It's just start. Like it just because I think if we're really, really, really into it, it can start.
You'll find the time.
Yeah, it'll become a priority one eventually, and then we'll find the
time. All right, thank you. So many little girls grow up looking up to pop stars and actresses and princesses, etc. But I think some of those girls look up to strong athletes like you. What would you say to these young girls watching you right now and dreaming of becoming arm wrestlers themselves?
I really love the little girls. I really think one of the reasons that I really, really try to be as nice as I can when I'm doing anything related to arm wrestling is because when I am a fan of an athlete, I'm not only a fan of their athletics or their results. I really look up to them as a whole, as a person, how they behave, how they carry themselves out of their field. So this is something I really try and do for the young women. Like, I don't want to be someone that is really a great arm wrestler, but it's not a nice person. Like, I think people should learn and should know that although, like, oh, they can say it's a masculine sport, they can say it's a guy sport, but I'm at the top, and I still am nice and girly and all that, and I have all my manners and stuff. So I think it's about. I think they should. I don't know what to say to them. Like, I'm really honored to even be like an inspiration for them in any kind. So I hope I'm someone that parents really say, okay, you can look up to her and try to be like her. Like, I think, and I work with kids as well. So when I teach gymnastics, so when they are like, when they know that I'm wrestle, they are really like, oh, Gabi, come here. And I was like, and then I kind of get shy, but at the same time, they are also amazed by how strong I am. And it's super nice. So I just feel honored, happy, and hope I'm a good example for them. And I really hope that someday these little girls, at least one or two, I don't know, can start on wrestling because of me, or feel that there's a space for them as well.
Well, I bet once we make sure those hidden talents that we talked about, that we find those guys and girls, obviously, I think there'll be a few of them that will have used you as an inspiration and as a role model. I'm fairly sure. Yeah, I can tell you're very passionate. The way I see the emotion on your face. You're talking about like also working with children. So yeah, I'll definitely think there are some little girls right now watching you at the big screens, like, oh, mom, dad, I want to be like Gabi, you know, I want to be like Gabi up on the big stage, and then trying to arm wrestle their brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
I bet there are in living rooms trying to arm wrestle each other. So just a quick other like side note. How do guys react losing to you? Because I'm 100% sure I wouldn't be able to beat you, but like non-arm wrestlers, non-arm wrestlers, like how would they react? I've seen some videos with some YouTubers. I think that I saw you arm wrestling, and just I'm not sure if it was you, because I think you were like wearing a suit or something, or I don't remember. But how do most guys that don't really know you react when you arm wrestle them?
Hurt. Hurt
As
inside.
expected?
Yeah, like I think although they see that I'm strong, they always have that belief that they're not gonna lose to her, right? So when they kind of grip, they already think I'm doing some kind of cheating because of how like the tightness of the grip. I don't know. They already like, oh my god, I don't think I should do it. And then like it becomes a joke around their friends as well. Basically, like they are very. I didn't have any guys that were like really mad. They just got really embarrassed. But then
I bet.
I try to comfort them, saying that don't worry, I'm a world champion.
I'm
like,
a 34-time world champion. Don't you worry.
It's a random girl that you're losing to, so don't worry that much. You can still beat your guys.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just say you lost to a 34 world time champion, and they'll be,
so,
that's less bad, you know.
I try to comfort them.
It'll save their egos a little bit.
It's not even a long time ago. I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. My father, like, he wanted to pull me. I don't know. I was pulling my brothers, friends. They were lost. And then my dad jumped in. I was like, Dad, you know that you can't. But he didn't think he couldn't. He was like, oh, yeah, let's say. And I was like, okay.
Let's go.
Just holding him. And he was like, see, my daughter's super strong. And then he was just bragging about how strong I was to his friends. Like, yeah.
Do you sometimes give them like a little bit, like they're winning, and like playing with them? It's like, oh no, shit, you're losing, and then just they feel like, okay, I got her, and then you just finish it off.
Yeah.
And then their egos are shattered.
I do it sometimes. It's just sure. I kind of avoid it because it's always in the like
with new pullers, you know.
Yeah, safety and then they get into a bad position, and then if you win, you're breaking their arm, and if you let them win, they're gonna think you're weak. It's weird. So I just like sometimes I avoid it.
All right, so I gotta like 2 more like closing questions, and then we'll be done with the large scale interview. I mean, anyone could ask you what is next, you know, but I think it's a very generic question. So I made a different question. What are your long-term ambitions in arm wrestling outside of like just pulling? Is there like an idea, or is there a movement you're a part of? You already said like I've spent a lot of money and time into going to places, but are you also busy with like accelerating the female sports side of arm wrestling? Is there anything you're doing? I'm quite curious if you have anything to say.
I just started here in Brazil. I have a couple of friends that with me, like we kind of had the idea of trying to create again women's only team, and we'll like just teach them and have them come and share experiences and all that, and even like the beginners. We want to rebuild the women's classes here in Brazil. So we are working on getting the support and sponsors for that. And if you say internationally, I would say that I don't know exactly how, but if I could use what I've done, like my experience, my knowledge, and my accomplishments, and to help in growing the women's classes outside of it, I would be super down for it. I just now don't know how to do it and how to, because each country has its own problems, and like
100%.
why they don't have more women or even more people into the sport. I think once the sport grows more, like the way it's going, more women will be involved, and I really would be like willing to go and help them become better, and um, and also my other goal is to be like a window or a bridge between the Latin America arm wrestlers and the rest of the world. So I do think we have talent, like I said, both in Brazil and other countries here. But it's just hard when you don't have like the experience of pulling against the best. So it's like they don't. It's hard to know where you're at, what level you're at, what you need to improve, what it's good, what it's not, because it's just us around here. So everyone kind of knows each other already, and I think maybe bringing or leading to opportunities for them as well would be a nice path to carry career. Yeah.
So if you need me to share anything that you're working on, please send me a message. I'll gladly post it on the channel, so you get more exposure. Next to that, I think people would like. I've seen you have a YouTube channel, and I think many of these women and guys would love to see maybe more training style Gabi. Maybe short content videos. It doesn't have to be long, because usually I record like one session and I just cut it into multiple shorts. I think people would love that, honestly. I think
I know.
Yeah. But maybe time.
You're not the first person to tell me that. I just really am bad with socials. Like I like
maybe find someone. Find some young, I mean, maybe your family, like a relative or something, who was like, oh yeah, I'll help you out. I think these kids these days, they know everything. They know everything, how everything works.
I'll have to go and look for it, look into it again, because I've started and stopped so many times, because it's just like when I'm training, I feel like this is boring. No one will want to know that. Like this, no one will.
But we want to watch it.
I know,
want to watch that stuff.
I'm really judgmental of myself, so I just think it's no one will like. Even when I'm traveling, like if you're traveling and you're like documenting everything on like hundreds of stories, and I'm there and I'm watching, like, oh, this is nice, and then when I'm traveling and I was like, this is not nice for me to post, so no one will want to know this. I really think that I don't know, so I just don't do it.
I think it's those shy inner thoughts that that keeps you from posting. So I think if I speak for everyone, just do it. Just do it, and I think everybody will love it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'll try to do it more often. And it's really a shy thing. Like I can't. If I have to talk to the camera, it just got me nervous, and then I just don't. But I'll try to improve in that, because I do like watching from others people. I think people probably would enjoy mine as well. I just kind of criticize myself too much.
All right, Gabi, thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview with me. I hope I'll make a great edit out of it, and we can share this content online. I'd hope to do this again sometime after your match with Barbora, if you would love that. So I'm looking forward to you seeing on the big stage. I'm rooting for you, and thank you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate your effort, like so new into the sport and already giving so much for us and for the sport. So I really appreciate it, and your knowledge and curiosity will probably be good for everyone. So thank you.
Thank you for your kind words.